we are now joined by driver of the number 42 Legacy Motor Club Toyota, John Hunter Nemechek, along with his teammate Erik Jones, driver of the number 43 Legacy Motor Club Toyota. Gentlemen, saw you guys were at UFC last night. If you could just tell us a little bit about what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, UFC was a lot of fun for me and Erik. Being able to tour the UFC Performance Institute was really interesting. I know a few of you guys have been able to tour the Toyota Performance Center, and being able to compare and contrast what they do at their Performance Institute to how Erik and I and some of the other Toyota drivers train at TPC was really interesting. There is a lot of crossover, a lot of things that we have as far as equipment and resources that they have, and then being able to train with Forrest Griffin, one of the legends in the UFC world, was really fun. Being able to somewhat spar against him was a really good time. I truly enjoyed it, and I mean, he's a legend, so being able to just be in his presence and chat and understand things that they go through, their mindset and how they prepare for fights, the recovery aspect, there was a lot there that we were able to see and dive into and ask questions about, and kind of do a little bit of a crossover from our world to theirs. So it was super unique, super interesting, and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool to see, you know, not only the tools they had, but some of the similarities were kind of interesting. Obviously, a lot different. They're going through a lot more with their bodies than what we go through, so it was interesting just to see their recovery and how they handled that. I don't know if I enjoyed the sparring very much. I was pretty scared to try to hit him in the face, like he told me. His eyes get kind of crazy when you start going. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm good. I don't really want to get hit in the face here. So, but it was cool. He was a super nice guy, and just chatting with him and learning a little bit about the sport. I honestly don't know a whole lot about the UFC, so it was neat just to see that side of it and learn a little bit more.
Erik, I think we should set up an octagon on the front stretch this weekend for post-race.
No, I'm okay.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. We'll start right here in the middle.
Testing. All right, here you go. This question is for both of you. I'm Roy from Skyview Sports. As far as NASCAR is entertainment as well as a serious sport, and I think the WW, or they consider themselves that. Is there any synergy as far as dealing with fans or the promotional side of the sport? I mean, NASCAR's really gunning for that side of the image, you know, for getting drivers in the playoffs for the TV productions. Do you see any synergy there?
Yeah, I mean, some maybe. I think it's a real different. I think it's really different for them. You know, they don't have partners, and you know, we're obviously heavily influenced by partners and what they need and want from us, and what you know, we can provide from them. I think there's probably a lot of personality in our sport that's and some of the guys are pretty they're a little more out there than what they let out and maybe into the media. Not necessarily me, but some of the guys are, and I think the UFC is a little bit more able to embrace that at times than probably what we are. But I think their promotion and the way they look at things are similar. I think they're a similar. They are a bigger sport just because they're global, but I think with it, I would say that they are a niche sport, the UFC. I wouldn't say it's, you know, as mainstream as the NFL, right? So I think we share some of those similarities and those challenges of being a sport like that. But, you know, other than that, that's really all I see in it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Erik, UNLV Rebel Report. Just a question for both of you. I want to quickly touch base on what you were just saying about the UFC. Obviously, training under former light heavyweight champion Forrest Griffin, sounds like a really cool opportunity. But I saw you were laughing there with Sean Strickland. That's a guy that, you know, is never a dull moment with. How was that exchange like?
Well, I'm not saying what he said, but he was,
yeah.
He was a nice guy. He was funny.
Yeah,
was cool.
he definitely was. That was the second time I've been able to meet Sean, and like Erik said, they really don't hold anything back, let's say, as far as what they say and how they trash talk and things of that sort. They're able to embrace it a little bit more without having to, I guess, be aware of what they say for partners and things of that sort in representing their brand. So it was fun. He's a great guy. we got a chuckle out of what he said. Let's put it that way.
Did he ask you to spar?
He didn't. I was joking with Forrest at the end after we got done with the boxing side of things that I wanted to go roll around with Forrest, and I'm not sure if he was nervous about it. He said he stopped rolling and whatnot a couple years ago, and he was going to go find Sean, and I backed out pretty quick. I didn't want to get my butt beat, so yeah, it was good.